Hi. I want to kind of do an introduction to our course. What I normally do is I hold a WebEx meeting and we meet in the WebEx and I go over all the course details and kind of explain everything, make sure you understand what's going on, and then you have an opportunity to ask questions. We have an enormous course or list of students. Trying to manage it in a WebEx is going to be very difficult. It's not that I'm not going to do WebExes, but I'm actually going to break it into one group of you will be with me at one point and one group with another. And also because of that, I had to change the dynamics of the course. The course shell is pretty much the same, but how you perform the activities in the course are going to change because of size. So one of the things I want to go over, and we'll just kind of consider this your introduction. This is what I would have said to you if we met via WebEx. But one of the things that we're going to do is think of it as twofold. There are 5 modules in this course, and each of the modules details a specific aspect of leadership for school administrators. And it may be budget and finance, human resource, et cetera, school safety. So what we're going to do within those modules, they're all going to mirror each other. But what we're going to do is you're going to have a 2-part assignment. The first part of it is you're actually going to go in and whatever that particular topic is, let's say it's human resource, you're going to find articles on that relate to human resource and research studies that have been done. You're going to dig in. You're going to find articles, current articles out there, YouTube videos, whatever, something that's validated, something that you can do interviews with your own school administrators. And you're going to take that information, you're going to compile it in a 2 to 3 page paper, and you're going to cite it, and you're going to have references. And that's actually going to be pretty much the assignment for the course. That's what you're going to upload to Blackboard for me to grade. But you're going to have one more caveat to that, and that is from that research that you do, you're going to create a video. And the video is going to be of a case study. In other words, if I were talking right now, I would say, hi, I'm team so-and-so, and our case study is, in school safety. And here's our scenario. The school size is X. We have an enrollment of blah, blah, blah. We're a rural school. We have trailers outside because we're overcrowded, and we have someone who has come into school grounds with a weapon, and we have to do an immediate shut down everything, do a lockup, and get into safety mode. So that's like a scenario. So what you're doing is you're creating scenarios that other teams are going to have to solve, and you'll work within your team to develop that, and then you can alternate on who makes the video, but you can each make the video and you can mold it in together. You can use iMovie. There's different ways to do that because you can send video clips to each other. I want you to be creative with that. We've never done the video portion before. I've always just had people come into WebEx and just present. And when WebEx was no longer probably an option for us successfully, that was when I came up with, well, why don't we do videos? Because I have to do videos all the time for classes. So your case study is going to be by video. You can do it any way you want. You can get as creative as you want. If you're good in iMovie, I know I made a couple webinars or had GAs help me with webinars where we actually had the person talking and then, facts, words would come up on the screen and detail things, however you want to do it. But you are going to create that video. And the video, you're going to upload into the discussion board so your colleagues can see it. And there is a link there for you to do it. All of the links you need should be within each module. If you look, there'll be a discussion board link, there'll be a Blackboard link to upload your assignment. There is also another way to do that, but I'm going to create a Gene video for you, a screenshot, and upload that separately. You'll see that in there. So there are a couple ways to upload assignments. Once you upload that video, then your colleagues will be able to watch that video on the discussion board. Make sure when you upload your assignment, the written assignment, that you include a link to your video. I can always go on the discussion board and get it, but it's so much easier for me if when you write up your assignment at the end of it, you can say, or the beginning or within the contents of it, just say, here is a link to the video case study that we have made. You also don't even have to include it in the paper. And there's a section where you can write notes to me when you upload things in Blackboard, and you can include the link there. As long as you give me the link somewhere so that I can look at it, because that will be part of your grade as well. So I think this kind of covers it. Because this is new and because I redesigned it for this course as far as the videos, we may have to alter things. It may not flow as smoothly as it looks like on paper, and that happens from time to time. So I'll be expecting you to give me feedback. If something doesn't work, just tell me, and we can alter it. We can still stay with the 5 modules, and if the video thing doesn't work, or something else or is better, we'll alter things. I'm pretty flexible with that because the main thing for me is that you're learning from this. This is probably, I'm a former school superintendent, so for me, I always loved this course, for the simple fact that it really is that practical application. What I'm hoping is that through this repetition of solving all these case studies, and by the time you get to the end, you're going to hate case studies. I mean, you really will. But you will start, a pattern starts emerging, and you start automatically going into, okay, this is a problem solving technique. This is what I need to do. The other thing I think is when you're researching those articles, you're going to look for best practices. You're going to find out how other people are doing it. And I'm optimistic that will kind of give you this army of information to use if you ever get in that scenario. I have had students that have graduated that have told me that, oh my gosh, I didn't, at the time I hated those case studies, or a lot of students actually love them. But if you're someone who's reluctant to do them or just don't like them, what they, excuse me, what they found was that they when they actually got into a scenario, that they started remembering some of the articles that they'd read or some of the things that were in there, and it clicked. It actually clicked with them, and they were like, oh my goodness, it actually helped me. So I believe in the course. I believe in the way it's set up. The redundancy, I know, can be frustrating, but for those of you that don't like change, the redundancy can be very calming because you know exactly what to expect. Again, I'm hoping it's going to flow. I'm going back in after I make this video, and I'm going to do a couple more walkthroughs to make sure that I do have that and check for any things that are out of place. But I have no doubt that we'll run into a couple hurdles. That's just part of leadership, and we'll figure out how to get around those together. So hopefully you enjoy the course. I look forward to your videos and the case studies that you put together. They're always exciting and interesting for me. So anyway, good luck.